Hello guys, as promised I'm back to talk to you about narcissism. It's a subject very close to me. I've dealt with many narcissists in my life, and I want to help share some information to you guys about what a narcissist really is versus the myths of what you've heard a narcissist is. Okay? So, according to Psychology Today, narcissism is a personality disorder. I've known from my time in therapy, so this might help you a little bit to understand. A narcissist does not go to therapy. A narcissist will refuse to go to therapy, or if they do go to therapy, they will quickly stop as soon as they're told that they might be to blame for some of their problems. So that's one possible telltale sign. That doesn't mean that everybody that refuses therapy is a narcissist, but it is an indicator, okay? Also, many people think that a narcissist is just a jerk, right? No. A narcissist is more than just a jerk. A narcissist will go to all lengths beyond this world to maintain an image of always being correct, always being the one who's right, always the one who's on the good side, even when they're very blatantly doing something very bad. They do have a very big sense. Okay, a lot of people think they're egotistical. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that they look in the mirror and they're like, oh, look at me, I'm hot. It's not like that. Narcissism, it can be like that, but most of the time it's like a subconscious feeling that they are somehow superior to everyone around them. Whether it's, they think they're more intellectually better, spiritually better. In some way, they're better than everyone in their surroundings. So that's what you need to know. They'll exaggerate their talents. They may say things that are not true just to kind of put the hooks in to, this is why I'm right, because I've got this degree at Harvard. Well, this degree at Harvard may not have been on that subject matter. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Importance as well. So they're exaggerating their importance. And I'm looking at the Psychology Today article. So when you see me looking off, that's why I want to make sure I'm staying the course, not getting too far off base with this. The narcissist feels like without them, everything would just go sour. Whether it's families, companies, whatever it is, they feel like they are the glue that sticks everything together, that, other people are incapable of doing the things that they can do, or that they can't do them nearly as well. So, and they don't ever hesitate to let you know that. So, all right. The other one is talking about fantasies of having great insight or achievements. So the way that I relate this into the real world experience is that, their girlfriend is so much better than yours because XYZ, right? Even though XYZ may not even be true. Their car will be so much better than yours. Many consumer reports may say it's a piece of what, and it's still the best car out there because it's theirs. Every achievement that they have is huge, monumental, should be praised. But any kind of recognition that you might get will be thwarted by the narcissist. They'll make comments about how it's undeserved, or they'll give you underlying, well, be careful though, because if you do this, they can't just let you be happy in your achievements because it makes them feel inferior in some way. They have an excessive need for admiration and attention. Everyone wants some kind of admiration or attention, or, as a child, that's how we're brought up, to be caring of each other and that kind of thing. These people, though, want to be seen as again, like I said, it's literally like God complex. They're never wrong. They're always on the right side. Even when they're doing things that are extremely wrong and they know it, they can somehow twist it around where it's different this time, the way they're doing it, because they need attention. So if you're not willfully bowing to what they want, they will cook up schemes to get your attention, and they don't care if it's bad attention or good attention. So, you're refusing to go pit someone against someone else, and they get angry about it. They may start hounding you about something that they feel like you're doing wrong, or they may use guilt as a way to get you to go and do it anyway, or I'll withhold XYZ from you if you don't do what I want you to do, kind of thing. They like to give ultimatums, and they like to point out everything that they perceive is wrong with you. They also rationalize the acts, which is kind of what I was talking about, acting like it's perfectly normal. So, they might pit this person against that person, but it's okay because I only did it because, for the higher good. I'm just making up a name here of some reason, but I did it for XYZ. So for that reason, even though the person before me did that and it was horrible, now I do it, it's okay because, that's the kind of person a narcissist is. But they won't even explain themselves, though, because they can't, to be quite honest with you. They'll try sometimes, but very rarely, because they don't feel like they should have to. They feel like you should have to explain yourself, but they should never have to explain themselves, They have a tendency to use people as objects. So a narcissist sees you as a means to an end. They do not see you as a human. They don't see you as somebody with blood, sweat, and tears, with efforts, with hopes, with dreams, with families. That's not how they see you. They see you as, does this person fit in with my goals, or do they not? Will they do my bidding, or will they not? Can I control this person? What can I take away from them that will make them do what I want them to do? Or, it's kind of like that. It's really twisted. They definitely, I talked about that too, the pitting each other against each other. They will tell one person, for instance, this is just an example, they'll go to one person and say, Jill over there, she just made a comment that she didn't think that your project was that great. And Jill never said that, but they'll, kind of create that rift between these two people and then use that rift to get what they want. The other thing is that they have no true empathy. So they may be able to pretend to a certain degree that they have empathy. They may even be able to pull out a couple of tears. But when it all comes down to is how it made them feel. And it's quite funny because they attack people for living in how they feel, but yet they attack everyone else based on how they feel. They will definitely, like in a corporate-y kind of way, extend their care. But when it comes down to it, they're definitely withholding from you any real emotion. The only real emotion that they have is, like I said, how does this affect me? How does this affect the perception of me? Will people see me as flawed now? We can't have that, They're very easily hurt, and a lot of people will find that one hard to believe. But it's really not so hard to believe if you think about it, because what hurts a narcissist? Not being seen as God and Savior, not being seen as always right, not being seen as always on the right side of every situation, not being seen as the beacon in all situations. That's not to say a narcissist can't be a beacon in a situation. They absolutely can. But they can't handle the fact that sometimes they're not. They want to be seen that way. And when they're not, it hurts them on a very deep level. The problem with this is that their hurt does not stay internal. Their hurt gets taken out on other people through deception schemes, manipulation, gaslighting, triangulation. There's so many different ways, and we'll get into that later. I don't want to get too deep right now because this is my first video. So, but last and not least on this list is obsessed with themselves. So again, this doesn't mean I'm looking in the mirror like, damn girl, you're hot. It's not like that. It's that underlying sense that I'm better than you. And you really, you're not capable of handling things like I can. So I have to oversee it. It's that personality. But they're so obsessed with themselves that they cannot admit to flaws, ever. Like, even when on paper, right in front of them, is proof that they are wrong, or what they said was wrong, or what they did was wrong, even with the proof right in front of them, they'll still deny it. They'll still deflect, which means take attention off of the facts that are being presented that portray them in a negative light, or what they perceive to be negative. It's funny because they tell you not to be negative, right? But at the same time, that's what they project onto you as negativity. I think that's all I'm going to say for right now. I will do some more videos later, but I just wanted to get out there and start making the videos and not sit back and relax on it. This is something that is really important to me, and I know a lot of people need help with this, especially for those of you who are in situations with narcissists that you can't get out of, or you feel like you can't get out of them because they somehow hold your security, whether that's money, where you live, your children, whatever it is. That's another aspect that needs to be addressed as well. Not everyone who deals with a narcissist and puts up with it has low self-esteem. Sometimes the reason that they do so is more of a codependency. It's not unreasonable for a person to think that I can't just leave because if I do, I have no cash, so I'll have nowhere to stay. That's not being insecure, that's being realistic. But at the same time, you're going to have to, before we get through with this series, come to the realization that at some point you're going to have to jump ship. Even if that means that you leave behind everything, you have to do it. Otherwise, it can very much cause health issues physically and mentally. And I can contest to that as well, both. Overall, it's very unhealthy for you, but it's also very unhealthy for everyone around you because you project your unhappiness, whether you're aware of it or not, to everyone around you. Your children, your mother, your father, all those people that are so important to you, that you're fighting for. You're actually projecting all your hurt onto them, and you are probably not aware that you're doing it. So let's talk about this a little bit more later on, and I hope you guys found some kind of help in it. I will see you again soon. Please like, share, subscribe, and donate if you can, and I will see you again soon. Bye.